Right,
Yeah.
right. Now you said earlier, Amazon denied you,
Yeah,
right? So you
yeah.
said you pretty much went out and said, hey, if y'all ain't gonna rock with me, I'm gonna find something else.
Absolutely.
How did that process work? Finding the other game in town.
Yeah, well, I think already, I'm big on relationships, right? Relationships are everything. And learning from my previous experience, the thing that I didn't have, the thing that I had been so successful with in corporate America was the fact that I was good at indicating the people I needed to work with, right? That would help raise me, so I would be good at identifying, hey, do I have any frat brothers that are here in leadership? And, what can I do to get into good grace? And I did not apply that to my printing business. I thought I knew everything.
Right.
So I learned from that, what was the difference? The biggest difference was the people, the guidance, the mentorship, the relationships. So from day one in trucking, I've always tried to find good people to surround myself with, whether they are successful at what I'm doing or not. I feel that I can identify positive traits out of all leaders, right? And just combine them in for me, what do I want to take out of this leader that I like that they do and apply it to myself.
Right.
So with the relationships that I have, it was very simple, because we were already growing into that direction in Atlanta. So it was just a matter of, you doing adjustable too? Let me make a phone call. And it was pretty much, I went to the company that we do packages for. I remember going in there 2 weeks prior, right? I knew about them and going in and talking to them, saying, hey, this is my biz. I want to run cargo vans for you. Like, okay, cool. Fill out this application and, we'll talk to you. 2 weeks later, after the relationship garnishes me a phone call, next time I go back there, oh yeah, Chris, come on, man, this is your spot. And they were like rolling out the red carpet for me, all because, the temperature, like it had completely changed. So I went from, about to be an entry-level person to now being a contracted vendor for this warehouse, during peak season. So it was one of them things where, again, it just went from 0 to 100, in the snap of a finger, because I didn't get my first van until I think it was November 2021.
Right.
No, 2020 rather.
Right.
Yeah. Right. So it was like, it just really happened very, very quickly, where it went from, one van to, okay, I got to get another van. And then we just scaled up. And like I said, we're currently at 18.
Got you. So you leverage the power of relationships.
Absolutely.
Basically. So for someone who doesn't have those kind of relationships, right, and they find themselves in the same shoes as yourself, they want to get into this last mile space and they're not, accepted by DSP. What would you tell them to do?
I would say first, before you even, the thing about it is that, I hear a lot of people say, how do you get contracts? How do you do this? And in last mile specifically, it is highly contingent on relationships. And not only that, like really performing. There's not many people that are going to be able to knock on a major shipper's carrier's door and just walk in with a contract. So the first thing that I think everyone has to do is remove the thought process of getting a contract and just be prepared to put in work.
Okay.
So I think the first thing that everyone should do is be prepared to get it out the mud. Be prepared to start small and just work your way up. You want to identify opportunities in your local market. There's last mile operation opportunity in every market, because anywhere there's houses and internet, there's people that are receiving goods and packages, right? So, you can do things like searching Indeed for whatever your equipment is. So if you have a box truck owner operator, right? If it's a van, cargo van owner operator, delivery services. Use keywords and look at the people that are posting these jobs and just pick up the phone and call them. That's it's not rocket science, right? And it's not some special formula. It's literally taking the time every day to push something forward, find out where the warehouses are. I was big, bro, before I even had my business, right? Before I even had my business, I was making phone calls and going under false aliases with false business names, just trying to get information and figure out who I need to talk to, the things that they wanted to get. I had a big capability statement, just lying, you know what I mean? But because I wanted to get people's attention and kind of figure out what things were. So I think the first step for anybody is look into your local market. If last mile is what you want to do, look into your local market, find those opportunities, and then from there, just work backwards, make phone calls and, find out the type of goods they're shipping, because that within itself may identify for you what type of equipment you need. You know, your local last mile market may not even require a full size Sprinter van. You may be able to get, you know, a punch buggy little Nissan van for what they want to do, because they may only want to be moving prescriptions.